Hey Digital Trailblazers, it's Leah Ray from digitaltrailblazer.com. If you haven't noticed, there are lots of videos giving advice about making money online. Now, some of it is good, but a lot of it is bad. Some people say to do affiliate marketing. Others say Amazon FBA is the best way to make money online. Others say digital products, and the list goes on. And those videos aren't exactly wrong, but they aren't telling you exactly everything you need to know either. Now, we've done all of those things and more in our business. And looking back on all of the businesses that we've built and the things that we've sold, what we realized is that it didn't really matter what we were selling. What mattered is what we did to sell it. So in this video, I'm going to lay out 5 things that we did to make our very first $1 million online that you can take and apply to any business that you're building, no matter what you're selling. Let's rock. So the first 3 things are focus, focus, and focus. Now, there are 3 things that you need to focus on like a laser. Number 1 is your niche and your audience. You need to choose one niche. And if you're new, I would even say to focus on a sub-niche and one customer avatar. For example, if you are here on YouTube and you are thinking about doing a generic cooking and recipe channel, that's too broad. Instead, you want to niche down and focus on a sub-niche. So maybe something like low-carb recipes or vegan cooking or gluten-free. So that would be the sub-niche that you start in. But in addition to that, you will also want to identify specifically who you are creating these videos for. This is incredibly important. You need to think about what type of person you want your business to serve and identify their characteristics, their age, their gender, their demographics, interests. So for a low-carb recipe channel, the audience that you're speaking to might be health-conscious suburban moms in their 30s and 40s who watch dramas on Netflix, go to the gym maybe 2 to 3 times a week. Or it might be older women in their 50s and 60s with diabetes or other health issues who work in an office and don't get to go to the gym. Now, depending on exactly who you want to target, you're going to make your videos in a very different way. Now, speaking about target audience, pop quiz. Does anybody know what is in the background of our videos? If you do, let me know. Answer in the comments. Now, the fear that most people have in doing this is that they think that they will lose potential customers when focusing on a specific sub-niche and customer avatar. But that's not true. You will actually gain more customers and be able to actually charge a higher price for your products and services when you focus in and specialize. As they say in the marketing world, if you're marketing to everybody, you're marketing to no one. In order to attract, you have to be willing to repel. It's like a magnet. The stronger it attracts people, the stronger it also will repel. And you need to send very strong signals about who your product or service is for. And in order to do that, you also need to make it clear who it's not for. Now, if you've ever watched the show Shark Tank, or before that, there was a show called American Inventor. The biggest mistake that those business owners can make on those shows is when a judge or a shark asks them who your product is for. And they say,
Who would buy this?
Everyone in this world.
Everybody. That is when you know that they haven't done their homework on their target market. They don't know who is most likely to buy. They don't know who to market to, and if they don't know who to market to, they don't know how to market their product, and they're going to struggle to make sales. Because if you're marketing to everybody, you're marketing to nobody. Look at companies like Squatty Potty, Poopery, RX Bar, Starbucks, Bulletproof Coffee, Untuck It, Dollar Shave Club, and so many others. They all started with one thing, targeting one audience, and grew their businesses to 7, 8, and even 9 figures. Now, once you hit 7 figures, go ahead and expand. But there are companies that will continue on and go to 8 figures and beyond just doing one thing really well. Now, the second thing you need to focus on is your product offer or your sales funnel. It doesn't matter if you're selling digital info products, if you're doing consulting or coaching, if you're selling physical products, focus on one product or service or offer and one funnel to sell it with. Build it up to 7 figures or beyond and then expand. Now, some of the best advice that we got when we started creating digital info products was to resist the urge to create multiple different products, because the people who create a bunch of different products are the ones who get stuck in the low to mid 6-figure range. Compare that to people who have one main product and build and expand their sales funnel around that offer. They're the ones that eventually build it to 7 figures or beyond. And the third thing you need to focus on is your traffic, your content strategy. With all of these social media platforms, it's easy to spread yourself too thin and not be really effective on any of them. So focus on creating your content for one specific platform, and then really work on mastering that platform and making it your hub. So that might be Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or podcasting or a blog or a website, but pick one and master it. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't syndicate your content out to other platforms. You can, and you should. For example, we concentrate on making the very best YouTube content that we can because we really believe that YouTube is the best place for organic traffic on the internet right now. But we take our YouTube videos and we publish them to other places like our website and on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and even TikTok. So those are just the first 3 things that you need to focus on. Your niche and target audience, focusing on one offer, one sales funnel to sell it, and then focus on one primary traffic strategy. Now, the 4th thing that we did to create a 7-figure business was to build our email list. Now, this is your source for free ongoing traffic and sales from the people who are most likely to buy from you. Also, this is your safety net. You have to remember that you do not own social media profiles. Facebook owns your Facebook profile and all of your pages, all of your groups, your ad account, and they can and will take it away from you for any reason they want, and there's not much that you can do about it. Same thing for Instagram, for Twitter, and even here on YouTube. And even if your social media profiles never get shut down, they are guaranteed to change. We've seen it over and over again. Every year, there's something that happens on social media, at least one major social media platform that absolutely devastates some people's businesses. Whether it's the Google slap or Facebook eliminating organic reach on your business posts, or Twitter and Instagram automation policies, or just the cost of Facebook ads skyrocketing, or COPPA here on YouTube. It has happened over and over again, and it will continue to happen. And people who survive these things, they're the ones who build their email list. There's really only 2 things here on the internet that you own. One is your website, which is why it's important to have one, and 2 is your email list. So if you want to build a long-term, safe and secure online business, it's very important that you at least build your email list so that you can still make sales even if something happens to your social media profiles. And now, the 5th thing that we did that was a major factor in us building our first $1 million was, hey,
what's this?
I just noticed that 82% of you who are watching this video right now are not yet subscribed to this channel.
That was a mistake.
Subscribe now if you want more $1 million business building secrets. All right, so the 5th thing that we did was to build recurring and passive income assets. So in addition to making one-time sales of products, we focused heavily on selling things like monthly membership subscriptions from affiliate offers or for our own membership site. But this could also be things like investing in real estate, dividend stocks, or income-producing websites. Now, if you want to learn how to make big money even with a small YouTube channel, you want to watch this video next, upper right corner of your screen or at the top link of the description. Watch that one, and I'll see you there.